All right. Thanks for the patience, guys.
No, that's
Wait, you
calm,
can't.
bro.
Could you hear us still?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Uh,
For some reason, my PC is just giving me issues, but fuck it. We'll be fine. All right. Didn't really have anything super planned for today. It's just you guys can go ahead and just ask me any questions, and I'll try to answer to the best of my ability, and we can just go from there. And if I can't answer it, I'll just get an answer for y'all later on.
okay.
I mean, do you guys know who I am?
Yeah, bro. I chopped up with you before, so yeah, I know you well, bro.
Yeah. And I know you talked to me, Tristan, but quick
I've never
recap.
met you.
All right. So, quick recap for me. I used to be in the military. I got out, and then I started a clothing brand, military clothing brand. Started that in 2021 when I got out, and then did it on the side. Started working with Chris August of last year, and then we grew from I was maybe doing 2K a month, good months, to then doing 10K in a week. We passed six figures. My best month was last October, and we did 68K, I think.
Damn.
And that's we did it in October. Now we're like in the kind of the period where we're going back and forth. I'm going through manufacturers, production. So it's much more now just like getting the right people in the right spot. Once I have the right team, the right people, it's like, okay, we can put ads. I know this is going to sell. We can go from there. So that's the only thing like on my end. But Chris, I think it'll be useful if I sat here with you guys for a little bit and maybe like what's holding you back from going to the 3K, 5K, or even like if you're not even making money yet with your brand, what's holding you back? So we'll just go down the line. Whoever wants to ask a question can ask a question. And Luis, since you're already unmuted, you can ask a question if you want, and we'll try to
Yeah.
keep this like kind of short, 40 minutes, but I'll try to do the best I can.
Okay. Well, I don't even have any inventory yet. I was
Okay.
thinking, because the only hoodies I've made a couple hoodies over the past couple years
Okay.
that my close friends have gotten from me.
Okay.
And I was looking at it yesterday. It's still in pretty good condition, and it was just a Gildan. It was a Gildan hoodie.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on Gildan hoodies?
I don't mind them at all. I've used Gildan. I've used, I think, I use like SNS Activewear right now. I've tried using LA Apparel. Like, it really depends on just your customer. Does your customer like this type of clothing? Because like my customers are like veterans, so they're a little bit more rougher with their clothing. So I have to like maybe if it's not high quality, but if they can get tackled with it and that'll be good, they prefer that over if it feels nicer. So it depends mostly again like if your avatar, your person, do they like Gildan? And you probably
Okay.
are. And then who's your avatar? Who's your like customer base?
It's like people in the gym,
Okay.
streetwear.
Okay, so gym bros, is it like more like schizo lifter kind of thing? Like what kind of like
I
vein?
mean, it's not really gym, I guess. It would just be like a normal hoodie, normal type of.
Okay.
So like, what was your question? What was my?
Yeah, like yeah. What's your like your specific target? Because right now with a lot of people, this is a very common mistake. Like when people start out, they try to go super broad. But when you go super broad, you're competing with Walmart because that's at the level like you're trying to compete with, and they have $1 billion they can spend on ad spend. But if you're like, I'm for the soccer mom that lives in Kansas that loves horses, it's like I'm like this is specific for you, and that's
Okay.
my stuff is worth $30. Or if you're like, hey, I'm for the guy that a blue collar guy that works 10 hours a day but loves to go into the gym after work and who's a hard worker, my brand's for you, using the language and stuff like that. Because even like right now with the economy, people, you have to give people a reason why they should give a fuck about you. And you give them a reason by serving them, by giving stuff to them. That's what I'm saying. Like, really try to find who's your like specific person, because then you can start like, okay, this person likes this. Make to a hoodie, give it to them, or a t-shirt, or just simple. You don't have to go cut and sew, just like printed. Come up with a
Mhm.
design that just people like, and if they like it, fuck, like this design is one that I made. It's just a Chief Wahoo that's military. And I live
Oh,
near
nice.
Cleveland. Yeah, I live near Cleveland. I have a bunch of buddies here in Cleveland. I have a bunch of buddies that are veterans. I just grabbed the two, put it together. So this design sells really well here in Ohio. Or
Sick.
guys that are overseas that miss Ohio, they buy the stuff as well. So it hits deeper than just here's just a cool design.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I should tend to rant, so it's slow me down if I start ranting. But it doesn't really matter so much about the quality because quality is a given. They expect your stuff to be comfortable. They expect your stuff to be good. What's going to set you apart, and then really like talking to you, communicating with them is going to help you elevate your brand. At least in my experience. Which again, take everything I say with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But
Can I ask you?
Hmm?
Do you ever puff print your own clothes?
I've never done puff print.
You ever screen print your own clothes though?
Screen my own, no. But I have had my stuff screen printed. But it's like again, like my community doesn't really like puff print. Like they don't like they're like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? Like we don't
Yeah.
like most guys they don't care about it. So it's like, why am I gonna invest time and effort to give them something I know they won't want or they won't even appreciate it? So don't now your community might be different. They might like it, so go from there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll hop on to the next person if that's all. All right. So whoever's next, whoever wants to just unmute and ask a question, feel free.
Yo,
Wait.
nah, bro. What I wanted to say was it's Tristan, by the way, bro.
Hey Tristan, what's up?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I don't know if I told you about my situation before, but obviously in the last year we did like 20K pounds in revenue.
Yeah.
And obviously Chris said, yeah, first when we should hit up Sean and start running the ads, yeah. And like now we're in the process of starting the warming ads is gonna start in like a couple of days, I think. Just uploading the content. But basically I was just wondering, if you have a product that's already selling, is there really like a way that the ads could like flop, like not perform well? Or was it like I don't know.
That's a better question for Sean. But from what I've experienced, it's just the ad creatives. People get tired of seeing the same ad. If they see it 2 or 3 times, they're nuts to it. They're like, I didn't buy the first time, didn't buy the second time. Third time, they were just annoyed by it. So you might get a different picture, put it on a different model, different. I don't know, like you can make it a little bit new for the person because creatives just get like the more you use them, you can't use the same ad you used last year because people's like seen that don't care. And that's just again because you're competing with algorithm, you're competing with everything in social media and this news, this thing that happened, this thing happened. So you have to be also like catch people's attention. And again, it's like if it's a plain thing, it might catch attention, but not for long. So again, that's a better question for Sean. But if the ads aren't doing well, maybe the wording, the messaging isn't correct, or just the creatives are just older, or they just don't hit with your target audience.
No, we ain't even started the ads yet, but I was just wondering like what to expect really. Like the type of results to expect from the ads and stuff like that.
Ads are fucking in my personal experience, this is a fucking like it's really hard to be able to tell. Like I've had days where we ran $100 in ad spends and we'd make $500, $1,000 in sales, $2,000 in sales. And then there's other days we spent $2K in ads and we barely made $2K in sales, which we lost money that day. So it's like it's very lower culture-ish. It's like sometimes we do great, we made our money. Some days we lost fucking money. So ads is like Sean, like I said, he can 100% go more in depth with that because he does that more than me. But again, it's like it's just tweaking. It's constantly like you're never gonna have like a 100% ad because as soon as it's doing perfect, within a week it's gonna start dying down because you constantly need to tweak it, improve it. You're never gonna get perfect. You can always do something better.
Yeah, I hear that, bro.
Okay. Got any other questions?
No, that's all for me.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Hey, no problem. I saw Malcolm. You raised your hand.
Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's going on? Hey, it was interesting just hearing you was in the military. I'm in the military now, actually.
Right.
About to get out in January.
Okay. What brand?
Army.
Army. All right.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I'm brand new. I actually just got back from Kuwait on
Nice.
Friday. I reached out to Chris and got on board when I was out in Kuwait. So I was telling him, when I got back, I'm in Kentucky right now, Fort Knox.
Yeah.
I would be able to hit the ground running. But my question is, what route did you go as far as like creating content, like starting out? I know he was telling me like there's kind of like a balance that he recommended going organic and combined with like running some ads to build that awareness for your brand starting out. So like I just want to see like what idea or what kind of route you went for content creation starting out just to build your awareness.
Okay. So again, take it with a grain of salt. This is my opinion. I don't think you should run ads in the beginning because you have nothing to work with. Ads just amplify what you already have. So if you
Right.
have nothing, you're just throwing money and hoping. And if
Yeah.
your plan requires luck, it's a shitty plan. So my first year, so Fixed Bayonets, I don't have my any of my merch right now, but Fixed Bayonets is my brand. With that brand, my first year, I just posted military history, mostly Marine Corps. I was used to be in the Marine Corps, so I put Marine Corps history, World War II. Guys that like that history are really, really in depth with it, and I know what they wanted to watch because I'm one of those guys. So I share history, I share cool pictures, propaganda posters, like things, get their interest,
Mm.
and then they start asking me, like, "Oh, that's so cool! I really like that. I wish I could buy this as a sticker." And then I'd be like, "Oh, let me fucking go do that." I'd make the sticker, whatever, give them what they're asking me. I'd give to them, and then like, hey, t-shirts, hoodies. So I didn't really push stuff on my audience. They just started asking me. So I think that's like the best avenue. Like just give until they start asking. Because what a lot of people try to do is just like, here, buy my shit, but they don't even know you. They don't even know what you stand for. They don't even know if it's worth their money. Like they don't. They honestly just don't know or trust you. So you have to
Mm.
give them a reason. Like, hey, like you've seen me for the past couple of months, or you know what I stand for. You know, kind of my values, my reputation, my brand. Because brand is just another name for reputation. It's like, you know, my reputation. If you like what I've done, you're most likely going to like this, or you're most likely going to like this t-shirt or whatever I put out. So that's, again, it's a longer period, but you get so much more goodwill out of people because people want to support you. People want to help you. They want to see you succeed. So that, again, I
Okay.
waited like a year and a half till I put something for sale. People wanted more, put it out, put it again, ask them, what do you guys want? Put it out again, and out to the point that where I can mess around, do my own ideas, but I still like ask for their input. Because at the end of the day, if they don't like it, doesn't matter how much I like it. It's not gonna fucking sell.
I got you.
I was gonna say, what's gonna be like your brand about? Like, what's the main purpose? Gonna be military?
Nah, so it's not military. It's gonna be a streetwear brand. It's called
Okay.
it's called God's Time and Apparel. So I do
Okay.
music. So it's actually like a merchandise kind of branch from my I already have an LLC, God's Time and LLC, that I release my music under, and
Okay.
the clothing is going to just be attached to that. Um,
Okay, I get it. So
and you know
your
what I mean?
music is the main vehicle, and the clothing is
Right.
just like, hey, you want to support me, order merch.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's going because I wanted to be like I wanted to be more of a clothing. I wanted to be looked at as more of a clothing line than just merch for my music.
Yeah. Okay.
So, um, that's why I wanted to, put more emphasis in the details on everything and not just, oh yeah, just throw something on the hoodie and just hey, attach it to the brand. But
Okay.
I was gonna say like um, so did you do any tactics as far as like reaching your target audience, as far as like hashtags maybe to reach, what I mean, your target audience, at I mean, as opposed to doing the ads, like was there anything else you did to kind of make sure it reached like your target audience?
All organic.
Okay.
They just, again, like talking history, and then I used to be an armorer, so I used to fix machine guns in the military. Got out, and
Yeah.
I used to work in the machine gun factory for about a year and a half as a civilian. So I know my shit when it comes to machine guns, and I know my shit when it comes to history. So whenever somebody will kind of test me or see if I'm legit,
Hmm.
they'd see that I was legit, or they'd see I talk with this guy and this guy, and this guy's really big in the machine gun or military. This guy's really big. This guy's really big. So by having those relationships with people trusted me more. And then I had my buddies, which I have a buddy, he has like 300K followers on Instagram, all military, Army, Marines, grunts. And he's sharing my stuff on his stories just for free, just because he likes me. And then people will be like, oh, who the fuck is this guy? And again, like, people just come over because they's like, oh, like, he's him, correlation, and then just making a name for myself, which again takes longer. It's not really short to it. It's just being a good person, or being like, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, and just repeating it over and over and over again. And again, that's maybe not what you want to hear. That's not really
No. I appreciate your honesty about that. Yeah, because I know people take different routes, so it's just interesting to hear like the different routes that people take. Because I can kind of make
never put hashtags, never ran an ad until like last August, until Chris told me like, hey, we should run ads. Never did paid promos, never did like influencer. It was just like, hey, I like you, start make friendship. Hey, you might share my stuff on your story? Yeah, sure, why not? Or I share their stuff first. And then I'd ask them like, hey, I'm doing like a pre-order. Do you mind sharing it? I've shared their stuff 20 times in the past 3 months, their posts. And they're like, oh, for sure. Least I can do. And then get 5 sales, 7 sales from them for free, just because I build rapport with them.
For sure. So
Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right. Let me see. I'm trying to see if anybody else raised their hands. Or okay, nothing in the chat. Okay, whoever's want to ask next question.
Oh, can I get the name of your brand? Like, you got Instagram and all of that?
Yeah, it's just Fixed Bayonets. FIXBAYONETS. Just Fixed Bayonets.
Gotcha. All right.
I appreciate it. All right. Deontay?
Yo.
All right. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you're the first person to say my name right.
All right. Fuck yeah. All right. How can I help you?
Hey, so I was having issues recently, like setting up my Shopify store, right?
Okay.
And I'm trying to find the right email software to use.
Klaviyo.
Klaviyo?
Yeah, that's what I use. That's what Sean uses. Pretty sure that's what Chris uses as well. It's just the easiest, and it integrates with Shopify seamlessly. Now, I'm not a Klaviyo expert, so
Yeah.
but it's the easiest one I've found.
Yeah, because I was trying to test out different softwares to use, because I did set up I tried to set up a campaign, right? And I tried to get my phone number, but it wasn't going through it. Even when I tried to use like a demo, it wasn't going how I expected.
Yeah, no, fucking, like I said, like emails, even for me, is like, dude, I'd rather just pay somebody. And that's what I did. I ended up getting a buddy of mine, and I paid him like, hey, just fucking set up all these flows for me. And then he set up for me, and I just like maintained them now. Which also being said, like maybe I know Klaviyo has like videos, and you can find YouTube videos. So if you really want to, you can just sit down for like 10 hours and really like learn all this stuff and set it up. I was just like, I'd rather just pay somebody. Or I know guys on Fiverr, people like that. I can't really recommend anybody specifically, because my buddy that did it for me doesn't even like do it full time. I just knew he could set it up for me, so he did me the favor. But I was gonna say, like, Klaviyo 100%. There's already tons of videos that you can look up and see maybe what you're doing incorrectly, or maybe you're inputting the wrong things, or I don't know. And I'm assuming it's like the first time you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the first time we do anything, we suck. So just keep on working on it. You're going to get better with time.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
All right, no problem. Let me see. Luis, you have a quick one real quick?
Yeah, I was gonna say real fast. What was your process you went through with pre-orders?
Pre-orders. The simplest thing I did was just I'd get as close to a real product I could see, because people don't really like PNG mock-ups. Like it doesn't get the same trust as like a real actual physical product. I'd get the closest I could get to one, or get somebody that can like generate a picture that looks legitimate, put that out, gauge interest, see if people fuck with it, and if they do like for 4 days, 5 days, right after payday. I drop it on the 1st or 15th. At least for military, we get paid 1st to 15th. So I drop it on the 15th and be like, hey, I know you motherfuckers have money, and I know you guys like this. So if you guys want to pre-order, and then, but I make it very, very clear. Hey, this is a pre-order. It's gonna take 4 weeks or 3 weeks to manufacture, plus shipping. And I big bold letters I put everywhere on the captions everywhere, so nobody's like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And it's like, "Hey, like and I know this is pre-order." And then I put like, "Hey, I'm a small business. I'm doing this by myself. I'm shipping everything. Like, I appreciate you supporting me, but I can't. I'm not fucking Amazon or eBay. Like, I need to take time to get these done." But just be transparent with people, and they'll, by most times, 99% of the time, they'll be like, understandable.
Yeah, that was the part that I was most concerned about, the time.
Yeah, just communicate with your customers. If you have a good communication with them, they appreciate. I've had people wait like a month and a half, 2 months for their stuff, but it was like me constantly every 2 weeks, like, hey, I'm not forgetting about you. It's on the way, and I let them know, like, hey, my guy fucked up production or got shipped to the wrong place. I'm sorry, I'm waiting for it to come back, and they'll be like, they're just happy that you're keeping up with it, and they appreciate that from like a small business. We can we can emphasize that, like, hey, like, I'm packing your stuff, or I know where your stuff is. This isn't you talking to somebody else, talking to the owner. And people like that feeling too. It's more personal.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, and I'll sometimes just call people like their email. So like, hey, sorry, this is Rich from Fixed Bayonets. Like, your order's on route. I'm sorry, and then they'd be super cool with that.
Nice.
Okay. Let me see somebody that hasn't asked a question yet, if they have any questions before I go to you back, Deontay. Andre, have any questions? Malik, Manuel?
Nah, well, I work with Tristan, so he's already pretty much asked the question that I would have wanted to ask.
All right, good, appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions. Andre and Malik?
Yeah, I guess I got a question. I know you said you started working with Chris and you kind of took off from there. What do you attribute the takeoff to? Because I know you said you went from like 3,000 to like 10,000. So what did you do in a different time span to where it was doing like 3,000 to the point where it took off and you were doing like 10,000?
Mostly, it was just like, I just never ran paid ads, and I never looked into it at all. I didn't believe personally. Still, like, I'm like, if your shit isn't good enough that people tell other people, it's not that good. So I still have a little bit of that mentality. But Chris was like, dude, if you're already doing 3K organic, if you put ads, it has a really good chance of like going, because it's already working. If you're only doing $500 in sales and then put ads, it's like, we don't know, because the market hasn't really given us good feedback yet. So for me, it was like, there's already good feedback. I had like 13K followers on Instagram, so people could click the ad, see my page, see it's legit. I had people commenting, like, so it was legitimate. Like, the page, people could like verify that I'm a real page. Because like sometimes some people run ads, but they'll have 20 followers, 5 posts, and each post has like 2 likes. So if you see an ad from that, you click on the page to see they're legit, and you're like, nah, and you lose them there. Like, they don't even go to your website. You lose them right there. What I had, like, it gave them more confidence, and like, this is legit. Like, this seems professional. This seems trustworthy. So they go then go to the website, and then potentially they'd order it or to the cart, or then I had other stuff like added to, like, hey, if your cart isn't fucking didn't check out, I asked them to look at discount code or whatever. But for me, the big 10x was just running paid ads, because it was already working. It's just putting in more people's eyeballs. But then again, like, running ads is a whole fucking thing in itself. Like, it's a whole, like I said, Sean, he has the mind for that. I don't. Like, I don't fucking have a mind for that shit. But that was my, like, my cap. Just like putting ads 10x it instantly. But also I had like 2 years of work already, of like growing the band, growing the community. I didn't just like start a brand 2 weeks in and then ran ads. Okay. Let me see. Somebody that hasn't asked a question yet.
Yeah, this is Malik right here.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm in the process, like I say, of like doing the content, and really right now, I really need to try to see if I can. Should I be setting up like the Shopify stuff right now, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
What
So I'm
kind of
just trying to
content?
see. Say it again.
What kind of content?
Really, on try to get on Instagram and TikTok, just try to push some content out there for like my shirt. My shirt right now, I have a shirt, so just try to push out content right now for that. So I think I'm gonna go through Instagram and TikTok.
Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Who are you trying to sell to?
I mean, I don't know. I hear y'all say that a lot in a sense. Like, I mean, but it's kind of like iffy. I mean,
No,
really,
just
whoever want to
yeah.
buy, like, okay, I'm just
Let
you
me
just
give
want to
some
break it down to
context.
me.
It's like you and me, we're going fishing, and
Okay.
say we want to catch a specific fish that's in the coast of Hawaii in
Hmm.
August. That's
Yeah.
your we want to catch this fish.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are we in a lake in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Kind
You're
of
right.
thing. Like you need to like you can't just go like I'm a go fishing. It was like, well, fishing for what? Because if you just say fishing, it's like you can be fishing whatever. You can probably use
Yeah.
the wrong bait. You're in the wrong pond, wrong
Hmm.
time. The fish isn't even there, or
Hmm.
there's 500 other fishermen and it's dry because all the fish are gone. So that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah.
who's your avatar? Who's your person? And then once you really identify, like, this is the person I want, where are they?
Okay.
Where do they hang out? Where do they wash? What words do you use? What bait do they like? Because, like,
Yeah.
again, like, so, and then, like, is my fish in Instagram? Are they in
Hmm.
TikTok? Are they in
Yeah.
Facebook groups? Are they? So then that means like, where is this fish? Where are they? What kind of bait do they like? What colors do they like? What words do they like? What uh I don't know, like what does this person like that's gonna catch their
Hmm.
attention? Because you're competing with
Yeah.
everybody else to catch their attention. And then
Yeah.
if you can't be specific, you're not gonna have luck catching their attention because you're competing with chicks shaking their ass. You're competing with like
Uh-huh.
guys fucking skateboarding and doing like race car drives, like with like video game edits. Like you're competing with all that. So you need to be
Hmm.
very specific for this one fish. Like, hey, I know you like shrimp, or I know you like this color. That's gonna catch their attention and get them
Yeah.
to go to your website. So again, it's like that's why I say a lot. It's like, or you can keep throwing spaghetti at the wall and see what hits, but you're not
Yeah.
gonna have luck because again, you're just if your plan requires luck, it's a shit plan because
Hmm.
you're hoping somebody is like, oh, like I never knew I needed this, and
Yeah.
goes and buys one for yourself. But like again, that's you can't scale that. Like you can't
Yeah.
grow that because it's very much by chance, and you're leaving it up by chance. So that's what I'm saying very specifically. Like, who is your person, and then
Hmm.
where are they?
Hmm. Yeah, like so mine's more so like a streetwear. So I would say particularly if you say those people like if I don't know if you see it a lot, those type of people that just all you see on their Instagram and necessarily just take pictures, like just try to get dressed up, whatever, take a picture,
Okay.
post it, like stuff like that. Like normally that's what I like to see, and that's what I think I'm going to take that route in the sense of myself. Like not only would I be dropping my clothing line and stuff like that, but I would be displaying like saying that I can dress. So I might go ahead and post
That's good.
a
You're
fit or
part of that
whatever.
community already. You're part of it.
Yeah,
You know how it works. That's good.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to start doing more of myself because I have stuff in my closet that I don't necessarily put on just to take a picture, but I put on for myself. So it's like me getting
Yeah.
out there too, like building up myself too at the same time. So I think that is probably the people I'm particularly trying to get first, and then after hitting all those, whoever want to come and join and try to, like I said, but like Chris was saying in one of the calls, or like he said all the
Yeah.
time, like I'm just saying, like I'm gonna try to make a whole bunch of content, which I need help necessarily because I've never been that type of content person to know how to edit, do all this
Hey,
stuff.
that's we all start somewhere. Rome was middle day. We all
Hmm.
suck when we start. It's just
Hmm.
starting. The sooner you start, the sooner you learn where you suck, and the sooner you can get
Yeah,
better. which you're already
Yeah.
good thing. You're already starting, and you're gonna suck, but that's fine. Show me the one
Mhm.
person that started filming a video or someone doing content that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah. So like I said, I'm probably going to go ahead and like I say, put like a whole bunch of videos out. Like he said, 25, 25, 25, and see which one hits and which one doesn't. And
Yeah.
then if the ones that hit, try to push with that and keep it going with that. So yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say that's a good like. The more you do, the volume wise, obviously the faster you get better at making the videos
Hmm.
because you shake off the rust and you shake off or like not even like just you go through the shitting period and you get better, and then again you'll see what your market likes because it doesn't really matter what we like as individuals because at the end of the
Yeah.
day we're trying to sell something to the market, and if the market doesn't
Hmm.
like it, there's no need for us to do it. Like there's no fucking like need for you to do more of this if people aren't asking for more. So again, it's already good. Like test, see what works, see what your people like, and then just reiterate from that, and then go forward. So yeah, I mean you're already on the good path. You just need to put in your reps now.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then this is the last thing. I think our last call with Justin P. I think right.
Yeah.
The thing is that I think I necessarily I don't think I asked it right or whatever.
Yeah.
And so right now I have one particular sample, like one sample, like,
Okay.
and I was wondering if I do, because I have it's like a white shirt, black writing on it, whatever. And I wonder if I should ask the manufacturer for like two or three more samples of that specific like colorway,
Hmm.
because it's like it's if like for me that I kind of have a question about like I don't know, yeah, I could take a picture with it on, but then like when it comes to like putting on the floor or whatever, like take a picture here or there, and I don't necessarily know how would that necessarily work. And I wonder if I should have just asked for more than one sample.
Why would you need more than just one sample?
Oh yeah, that's why I was just asking the question if I straight, because I just didn't know necessarily how that goes. Like not no different colorways, but just specific. Like if I needed to give some to my friends or whatever to take a picture of whatever, like this particularly for me is a 2X shirt that I have. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if I should have got like a medium, a large, whatever. Also with that.
It's a, like I'd say if you really think you need them, order them, but don't worry about the past. If I should have ordered it or should have this or whatever, just like if you need them, order them, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stress about it. I mean, it's a work with just with what you got. If you have that one T-shirt, take pictures
Mm-hmm.
with it to the best of your ability. Which again, like your and my pictures aren't going to be to the same level as like a professional photographer that knows what the fuck they're doing. It's just not going to be it. So just do the best you can. And again, see what your community likes. What kind of pictures do they like? Do they like grainy stuff? Do they like super clear? Do they like people near the beach? Do they like people like in the downtown area of your city, like repping your brand? Like, what do they like? And just give it to them. Which again, so I can't like. It's not like a one answer like cookie cutter kind of thing. Like, it's not one thing's gonna work for everybody. It's just you need to see what works for you. Which again, it's like if you're really debating getting two shirts, just fuck it, just get them. If you can't, work with what you got. Don't overthink it. Just push forward.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you for your help, man.
Yeah, no problem. All
Yeah.
right. Let's see. Anybody else that I've missed before I go back to Deontay and Luis? Going once, going twice. All right, Luis.
I don't know how to take I raised my hand earlier, but then I didn't know. I don't know how to take it off.
That's fine. So you don't have a question?
No, I had one earlier that I said about the pre-orders.
Okay, then it's all cool then. Okay,
Yeah.
Deontay.
All right, so a current situation that I'm going through because I've been working on my clothing brand for quite some time now, and an issue that I did have previously was trying to find the right manufacturer. But now that I know what I got to do, which is of course finding another one, and I'm looking at China to find one for Alibaba. But besides that, is me trying to bring back my traction. So what I mean by that is when I first put out my clothing brand, I put out a lot of mock-ups, a lot of samples, but I didn't sell any. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the first piece I made was a hoodie, but when I received the sample from the manufacturer, I wasn't thinking straight. You know what I mean? So I automatically got the piece, and I was ready to just put it out there. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done no content behind, no nothing. But now, fast forward, I made these sweatsuits, and recently I washed them, and of course they got messed up. So obviously it was poor quality. So now I'm in the process of trying to find good,
Good quality manufacturer.
yeah. But like I said, on the marketing side of it, when I'm trying to put it out, because I haven't been putting any other content out. Like I only had one photo shoot, and I wanted to do multiple photo shoots as far as like I said, with marketing, put them out there more. But how would I be able to like let people know like what's really going on? Like, of course, I could just tell them, be blunt about it, but people are already expecting me to like to drop. And then on top of that, I did set a date out, and I wasn't able to fulfill that date because of that situation. So after out it for months, how would I be able to bring it back up?
That's kind of hard because at that point, it's like be very, very clear with your customers and like, hey, this is just what's happening. But it's also like you did put yourself in that situation that's like now there's these issues. So now you have to communicate with them, which is going to be a hard conversation. Some people are going to be okay with it. Some people are going to be pissed off and want refunds, and just give those people refunds. Like, it's not worth the stress. Just give it to them and just be transparent. Like, hey, this is what's going on.
Right.
One thing I did want to go with is I recommend people a lot rather than going overseas when you're starting off, just do stuff here in the States. Get plain Gildan stuff, just screen printed or DTG, DTF, and then because that's a very it's a much lower commitment. Like you don't have to spend $2,000, $3,000 for merch, which ends up being shit. It's like, oh, I'll spend $200, $300. Get these shirts. If they sell out, I'll redo them again, and then I can do it here local. And then once I have hype and these do really well, then I can do whatever the fuck you want to do, cut and sew overseas. So it's my personal recommendation would be put a pin on that, not quit on it, but be like, let me make sure I'm making money first. Because if you're not making money consistently, your brand isn't gonna. Because that's exhaustion. It needs money to be able to keep on pumping out, so you can continue working on it. So what's gonna make you money the soonest will be just your most popular design, t-shirts, hoodies, and it might be like that's basic, but yeah, people like basic shit.
Right.
And then you make money from that, and then you can be like, okay, now I can go overseas and do your testing, and if I lose money with this, it's not as big of a hit as if it were right now. Second thing I want to hit real quick would be you're saying you only made like one post, which was like your merch, and that's it.
So what I'm saying, like if I could put up my Instagram on here, like you could search my Instagram, Driven Boundaries, right? It'll be two pictures, but then the actual piece of the suit, right? But then if you go over to TikTok, I've been posting the mock-ups. People, like I said, people been saying that they like it, they fuck with it, they want to see it, you know what I mean? Flourish and all that. And then I actually showed, not right now. But like I said, I post the sample, right? And people were saying that they fuck with it. But now, like I said, I ran into that situation, mind you, I haven't dropped it yet. I'm running how I want to go about it is I'm running a pre-order method. And the most I ever spent on this sample was $300. It was $300.
Okay.
So I spent $300. I didn't spend too much on my samples at all.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
What was the wait time?
Right. What was the wait time? It was a minute, I ain't gonna lie. Because what I wanted, I don't know why it took so long, because all I really wanted was puff printed, screen printed, and rope drawstrings.
Yeah.
It kind of took them like over a month to get.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it took me over a month to get the sample in, right? But I got the sample, I immediately, like I said, started sending things up, having the photo shoot. Like I said, I kept posting mock-ups. I kept telling people, like, hey, look, the sample's on the way. Look forward to it. And then, like I said, when I washed it, I realized it was poor quality. And then honestly, I let my emotions get into it. I felt discouraged. I'm like, okay, I just fucked up. I just put all my money in this, put all that energy into this. then this happens. So
Yeah.
now I'm actually, and another thing was when I first made the name, I just looked at it as if, like, how I was looking at it as first, okay, I'm gonna make money off this, and I didn't even know what the damn name meant when it came to me. Like, what does driven boundaries even mean? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that I took another long gap in actually understanding my brand, understanding my creativity, understanding my craft, and what the name means. So now that I do have all that together, moving forward, how would you say, like, say you was in my position, how would you be able to convince people like this what took me some time on why why I did what I did, why it took me so long to even make the first publish. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
So what I would do if I was in your position, I just refund people
Right.
legitimately because I'd rather have their goodwill than have to like make them wait another month and a half, 2 months for me to find a new manufacturer, buy it, get it made, get it over here, verify it's good, and then ship it out. Because most people are gonna be like, nah, fuck that. Because again, like you're not offering people anything else. Like you're not providing value and other things. Like you're not like, and then again, this is just me assuming, but hearing your language and hearing like the you just posted products is like people will like it, but they don't care that much about you because they don't know you personally. So they don't give a fuck. They'll be like oh, just give me a refund. Like I don't care because again, you're not offering anything else. All you're offering is like just the clothing mock-ups and then like hey, order this and I'll give you this. And people and now that you're kind of like stepping back because they don't see the back end and some don't care and they see like you're kind of backing up, they're like they're already losing trust. The little bit of trust they had with you, they're already losing it. And I'd much rather than like because it's gonna be stressful as fuck for you too. Just like answering DMs and being like, "Hey, like I'm sorry," or like I'm sure keeping up, blah blah, and you're gonna quit because honestly, that's when a lot of people quit because shit hits the fan and they're not prepared and they just can't handle the stress of like
Right.
having like 10 people a day DM them, send them emails, and be like, "Hey, where the fuck is my shit?" And that's gonna be hard. Secondly, I would change your mindset because a lot of people come into like the clothing of like I'm just trying to make a quick buck, like make money, and you can tell through their page that that's all they offer. Like
And
all like, I just want to sell you something, and people don't like being sold stuff. People like buying stuff for themselves. So I try to change it like, hey, don't like not hey buy my shit. It's like hey, here's I made this for you, and this is so you can buy for yourself or you can buy for somebody you like or love or whatever. And that's again, that's a mindset shift, which takes a little bit of time. But when you go from that angle, people can see that you're being more authentic and people will have more patience with you because they know you're trying your best. Because right now, like, they probably like, they don't really know you, like, or trust you. So they're going to have less patience with you about just overall. And it's going to keep on being a fucking headache. But honestly, if I was in your shoes, like I said, I'd put a pin on the clothing and be like, hey, this fell through. Give everybody that like wants a refund. So try to do right by the people that didn't order. And then just plain and simple with just t-shirts and hoodies. You can do there's so many fucking people making 6, 7 figs just plain t-shirts and hoodies. They barely
exactly.
do couldn't sew. Like you don't have to start with couldn't sew. The only
Because
person that I've known that's done couldn't sew successfully
yeah,
was Michaela. Just one person out of the tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of people I've talked clothing brand, she's the only one. So your probability to really like hit it off and be successful with starting old console, which is like a high what's the word like it's a high barrier to entry because they're more expensive. Like people aren't as forgiving compared to like t-shirts and hoodies.
right.
That makes sense. So again, that's what I would do. Take it with a grain of salt. End of the day, it's your business, but you got to focus on like what's going to make you money right now so you can keep on doing this 5 years 10 years from now, not just this year.
Right. Thank you.
Let me see, anybody else got a question? Got a couple minutes left. Fadi, I think Fadi just joined.
What's up? What's up? Just checking in with the boy, man. Happy to see you guys in here.
Hey, appreciate it. You got any questions?
All good, brother. All good. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. Anybody else?
Okay. Seems like everybody's got everything situated here, huh?
Yeah, everybody's got a 6-figure brand.
No, that's great. That's good. Just make sure you guys implement these things. And Richard, thank you so much for your time. I think Chris just joined us in here as well.
Yeah. Just he hopped on earlier and then he hopped back out.
Yeah, I'm a proud father moment of my boy Richie Rich. I've been here holding down the fort, giving out some good ism. I'm gonna get on the call with y'all in like an hour. Yeah, in like an hour. But I told Fa to get up on here too.
All right. We're nearing the end because nobody else is really asking any questions, so I'm just gonna give 2 more minutes. Unless anybody has any more questions or want to ask another question, feel free. Got 10 minutes.
No, we're good for now, I think, bro. Because with us, obviously, Chris already told us what to do. We're just waiting to run the ads and see the results, really. That's it.
Yeah, it's just starting to implement now for you guys and then tweak as you go.
Yeah, exactly that, bro.
No, for sure. I'm gonna get up off of here. I'm gonna tap in with y'all boys in like an hour. I'm gonna see everybody on my call. I'm out. I'll see y'all soon.
Take care.
Cool. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Richard. Appreciate you as well. Make sure you guys implement, and next week you guys come in with new questions and new concerns so we can tackle out new tasks. All right, boys?
Cool.
All right, yeah, boys. Appreciate you, Richard. Take care.
Hey, take care.
Cool. End of it, man. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.